It's FIFA 18 versus Stardew Valley, and what these games tell us about what the Switch does bad and good. Hey guys, Sario here, and today we're going for a bumper review of FIFA 18 and Stardew Valley on Nintendo Switch. This might seem like the most illogical review comparison to do, but this is quite important as it shows the difference between a bad Nintendo Switch game and a good Nintendo Switch game. Also, our views on the porting of games to the Nintendo Switch. We are breaking from our traditional mode of structure reviews here by going for a James Joyce-inspired stream of consciousness as we read Ulysses in one sitting.
I am too smart. I am too smart. I am too smart. I am too smart. S-M-R-T. I mean S-M-A-R-R-T.
So the FIFA 18 we got on the Nintendo Switch isn't really FIFA 18 like on the PS4, PC, or Xbox One. When they were first talking about making the game, it was originally announced as FIFA for Nintendo Switch, or FIFA Switch, or something like that. An honest move on EA's part to differentiate it from FIFA 18, to make it clear to consumers that they are not getting the full FIFA 18 experience. But EA had to change it to FIFA 18 to fleece the consumers.
Of course!
We talked about this briefly in our previous videos comparing the graphics in the PS4. You can watch that video on our channel, and all this showed us the limitations in the hardware of the Switch, with it being unable to run the Frostbite engine. The Switch is a last generation console. Its hardware is more applicable to the PS3 and Xbox 360. The game also lacks many features. The big career mode, the journey, it's gone, which is a shame because it shows a lack of understanding on how to effectively use the Switch. The Switch is an offline console. It is not necessarily a console for online gaming. This is mainly due to the portable nature of it and also Nintendo's restrictive approach to allowing online player interaction. Portable consoles are offline standalone single-player experiences. Online multiplayer has been attempted with the PS Vita, but it never really worked. EA still has FIFA shackled to online with Ultimate Team, which really gets on my nerves. It would be so much better if the game didn't have that, as I would be able to grind the Ultimate Team challengers when I'm commuting or sitting on the toilet at work, then come home, put it in the dock, and just play away online. But even with online, you are restricted. Squad battles and Weekend League in Ultimate Team are gone from this version. Alas, there is not much here. There's no journey to operate my time but the standard league cups and be a pro, which is good but not really of this generation. It's a lackluster game so far and most probably the only football game on the Switch until Nintendo releases Super Mario Strikers. At the same time, Stardew Valley has been ported over to the Nintendo Switch, which is the perfect game for the console. If you've not played this game yet and you have a Switch, this is a must-buy. Even if you have played it and own it on another console, it's still close to being a must-play. Stardew Valley is referred to being spiritually inspired by Harvest Moon, but it's not. It's just Harvest Moon shamelessly copied, and there's nothing really wrong with that. Give it 20 or so years, then you call yourself a spiritual successor. I mean, if this game came out in the Super Nintendo era, it would be called a complete ripoff. It's funny how the passage of time changes our opinions with our lack of memory. Everyone's loving that Call of Duty has gone to World War II as if it's a great innovation. 10 years ago, we were all moaning about too many World War II games. Anyway, Stardew Valley works great for the Switch. I've played Stardew Valley on the PC a few times and it's nice, but the problem is that mouse and keyboard controls work, but they don't work as well as a normal controller. As much as Steam is trying it with things like the Steam Link and Steam Controller, for the majority of people, Stardew Valley is played at a desk. The Switch benefits from being a portable console in Stardew Valley because it is a very grinding game and it's very similar to the Civilization series in the sense that all you want is just one more turn, and on Stardew Valley just one more day, just one more day. Should I plant these crops or just wait until tomorrow? I just want to wait for my vat of blueberry wine to be developed, so I can wait for that. The gameplay is great. We've had the Switch since the release of the console and we've reviewed most of the big games with the exception of Mario Rabbids Kingdom. Well, actually we did remove that. It's at the end of our Pokken Tournament review. Stardew Valley is the game that I'm sinking the most time into and I cannot stop playing it. I've tried playing it in dock mode, but it's not as good as portable mode. The game just effectively works. I've found myself on the couch for 2 to 3 hours while the dogs are waiting for the dinner playing Stardew Valley. I've nearly missed my stop a few times playing Stardew Valley because the gameplay of it just makes you want to keep going. A day lasts roughly about 15 minutes with an hour lasting 45 seconds, so a game that's actually supposed to be quite calm and relaxing about running a nice farm with the Super Nintendo RPG graphical style is actually quite a demanding game to play. As soon as the day starts, you're on the clock. You want to get your plants watered, milk your cow, and get your chicken eggs right before 9 o'clock so you can go down to the shop, get the stuff that you need, and maybe, just maybe, you've got time to head to the mine and go fishing. There are issues with Stardew Valley on the Switch that are becoming indicative of games being ported over. No one is really utilizing the other elements of the hardware. There's no touchscreen, which would have been sweet in this game, no creative use of the rumble, and no amiibo support. When comparing these two games, I think the main thing that we can say is that the Nintendo Switch is not going to have great ports of current generation games. We're not gonna see a Call of Duty, Battlefield, Battlefront, Assassin's Creed, or Fallout 4. We're not gonna get them because quite simply the console isn't strong enough. LA Noire, a great game from 2011, is being ported over to the Switch and they are charging full price for it.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
What the Switch could end up being, and I hope it does, is the very best of Steam and indie games. We're already starting to see it with games like Stardew Valley, Super Meat Boy, Rocket League, The Binding of Isaac, and so on. The Switch, with its Nintendo family-friendly image, means that the next generation of gamers are not going to be restricted to AAA publishers. They will all be liberated by having access to great indie titles. So to sum up, don't buy any games that are current generation ports on the Switch. Stick to the indie games you haven't played yet.
And his heart was going like mad. And yes, I said yes. I will. Yes.
I am so great! I am so great!
So thanks a lot for watching this video, guys, and please make sure to head over to AltChar.com for much more content like this. This is Sabriel, and see you in the next video.